Hi guys. So I've been getting a lot of questions about my hideout on my stream. So I thought I'd put together a quick video just to show you guys everything you can do in the hideout, what it looks like when it's fully upgraded. And yeah, so let's get into it. So I think one of the big things that people want to know about is the stash. I didn't have to upgrade this myself because I have EOD, so it came level 4 to begin with. But for standard account players, basically anyone on a non-EOD account, you'll have to upgrade this to get the maximum stash size. I don't exactly know how you do that, obviously, because I didn't have to do it. I think it costs something like 3 mil for the first upgrade. But yeah, this is just the stash. Nothing you can really do with that. It's just, it's your stash. Lavatory. For some reason, now you can craft stuff in this. Which is a little bit weird. I think they made this so that the workbench interface wouldn't be like super full up. You can craft a bunch of stuff. Toilet paper, I'm not sure why you'd need that. Filter absorber, this is for the air filtration system, which I'll show you in a couple of minutes. Bleach, you can craft. Hoses, these used to be like 200k earlier on in the wipe until they added this craft here. So you can make 2 hoses from tubes, wires, and tape, which can be quite useful because you actually need the hoses for a fair few upgrades, and you can sell them on the flea market as well. Shampoo you can make. Magazine case, this is a pretty useful one. If you can get all this stuff together, all this stuff is fairly common. You can make yourself a mag case. You can also sell it on the flea market. This one I haven't seen. So lighters and cricken, which were basically useless before, you can now craft the fuel tank, which you can use obviously for fuel. And you can also sell these. I think these go for about 60k on the flea market right now. So that's that. Alright, so this is the shooting range. We have a gun equipped now. Jesus, that's loud. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I'd like to see them add maybe some moving targets, some more stuff. It's pretty, you can test out the recoil angle, but you can't really do much else. You can't really train your aim here. I'd like to see some other stuff added to the shooting range, but I think for the basic, first version, it's pretty cool. All right, moving on. The workbench is probably one of the biggest parts of the hideout. So you can craft a bunch of stuff here. Got War Mage ammo, don't know why you'd want to do that, but you can do it. You can use this stuff to make power cords. These sell for a fair bit, these power cords, and then you can make them into wires as well. So 2 power cords can become 8 wires. You can make grenades here. Gunpowder. Circuit boards. Weapon parts. More gunpowder. PP ammo again. Not sure why you'd need that. M61, now this is a big deal. So 3 Hawk gunpowder and 1 radiator helix. You can make 130 M61, which is the best ammo for the SA-58, the M1A, stuff like that. More gunpowder here. 7 and 12 BP rounds. I think this is for the Val, right? M995. Now, this is a big deal as well, especially with the recent changes to the traders with M995. So it costs a lot more now, and it goes out of stock a lot more quickly. So if you can collect these shells are really hard to find, but the gunpowder is very common. I don't think they have any other use. After you've done the quest, regulated materials, I don't think they have any other use other than making 995. So you can buy these on the flea market. You can make yourself 140 995, which, at least when I was doing it a couple days ago, was working out cheaper than buying it on flea, but that might have changed. So you'll have to check. For all this stuff, you'll have to check like the current flea market prices. Capacitors might be useful for building the hideout. Certain things in the hideout. I'm not sure what else they're used for. 7.62 BP ammo. That's actually really cheap, that one. If you're an AK guy or an SKS guy, That'd be useful. You can make AP20 slugs. The military battery that you need, again, for the regulated materials quest, you can make into 5 car batteries. Both of those sell for a lot. SP6 you can make. 7939. Best in slot AK ammo. With one of each of the gunpowders. Rechargeable battery. Again, gunpowder. Some 9x18 ammo. 9x19. You can make a motor. You can make sniper ammo. You can make an AKM. Or AK-74M, which is pretty interesting. That's pretty cheap, actually, if you find the weapon parts. And you can make buckshot as well. So yeah, a bunch of different ammos. Hopefully they'll make some additions to this soon. I kind of feel like it would be good if you could make more ammo at once. And I think it would also be cool if there was some ammo that you could only make in the hideout and you actually couldn't buy it from traders. I think that'd be pretty sweet. So next up, intelligence sensor. This is just, you need to upgrade this to get the Bitcoin farm, but it also gives you some bonuses. So reduces your scav cooldown by quite a bit. You get more money from quests. Insurance return time is reduced, and you pay less flea market commission, minus 30%. So that's a big deal. All of these are actually a really big deal. Really useful bonuses. Bitcoin farm. This is fully upgraded. They still haven't made it so that the fans spin. So I don't know how all these aren't overheating right now. But yeah, so we have the full, all the graphics cards in here right now. Let's collect our Bitcoin. So I made these overnight. And now it's going to make another one. So it's 5 hours for 1 Bitcoin. A lot of people ask, like, whether this is worth it or not. And I think it really comes down to how much you're going to play the game. Because you have to build the thing, right? I can't remember exactly what the parts were to build this. But then you also have to put 50 graphics cards in it. An important point is that the graphics cards aren't consumed. So if at any point I want to take these graphics cards out and actually sell them, they sell for like 250k each, so somebody can work out what that is, but like, that's a lot of money. And you essentially, I think somebody worked out that after about 25 days, you've made your money back. Assuming you're logging in every day and collecting these Bitcoins. So after 25 days, you know, if you're going to get this all upgraded and you're going to play for longer than a month in EFT, which I think most of us are, it's well worth it, because after that it's just free money. You know, it's really nice to log in the morning. It is a big investment at the start, but it's really nice to log in the morning and just have like, what is that, 330k that I just made overnight doing nothing. So yeah, this is pretty sweet. Does take a while to fill it up unless you have just stacks of cash sitting around, but it's really nice once you have it. So here we have the water collector. I actually haven't looked at this before. Hydration regeneration rate. So that's pretty useful. Saves you having to drink so much water all the time. And you make the purified water. I actually don't have any. Let's buy a filter real quick. So it's paused it right now because my water filter ran out. Let's restock that. Yeah, so now it's going to make purified water. And the reason we like purified water, I mean, first of all, you can sell it. I think you can also trade it for some stuff. What I'd use it for is making moonshine. Because 2 packs of sugar, 1 purified water makes 1 moonshine. And we use this moonshine for the scav box, which I'll show you in a couple minutes as well. And I'll show you why that's important. You can also just sell the moonshine. I think it sells for a few 100k. So you can make money that way. Medstation. I used this a lot early on to make IFAKs. Haven't you been using it that much since I got higher level, got more money. But it does increase your health regeneration rate by quite a bit. So 174 HP per hour. That's pretty useful if you're logged out or if you're doing your scav run. Like you'll regain a fair bit of HP between raids that way, and you won't have to heal as much. You can also do things like 5 piles of meds into 1 grizzly, 2 piles of meds, 2 bandages. become 2 IFAKs. So yeah, you can do a lot here. And the bonuses are really nice. Rest base. So some of them just have bonuses. They don't actually have any active things you can do. But we have negative effects removal rate minus 10%. I'm not really sure what negative effects. I guess that's like dehydration, maybe fractures even, stuff like that. Energy regeneration rate increases that. Increases your health regeneration. So I believe this stacks with the med station, and they both increase your HP together. Maximum energy reserve plus 10 points. So I actually have 110 maximum energy. And we've also got some nice artwork on the wall there. Library. Additional experience plus 15%. So this is a pretty big deal, especially before you get level 40. It is quite a money sink to actually get the hideout upgraded. I'm not sure exactly what you need to get the library set up. But plus 15% XP is quite a big deal, especially, yeah, before you hit level 40. Like, that'll help you level up a lot quicker, and then you get practical skills plus 30% as well, which is really nice. Heating increases your energy regeneration rate and negative effect removal rate minus 50%. Air filtering unit. This is what we talked about before. So this is what you need the big air filters for from the what do you call it? The lavatory. This gives you, I think it's plus 40% to your physical skills. So the big one for that is stress resistance. If you're leveling stress resistance, that'll make it significantly faster if you put one of those air filters in it. Nutrition unit. I've got to admit, I don't really use this. But this increases your energy, health, and hydration regeneration. All 3 of those. And then you can also make a bunch of things. You can make condensed milk. That'll help if you're trying to do the therapist trade for the Kiba. Cigarettes. I think you need these for, is it a mechanic quest? Something to remember about everything that you craft as well in the hideout is that it's all found in raid. So, anything you need for a quest, if you can craft it in your hideout instead of finding it in raid, you can do that instead. Sugar. So this could be useful for making moonshine. It takes 2 sugar to make moonshine. You could collect chocolate. I just buy it on the flea market because I'm lazy, but this has been a much more profitable way of doing it. Slickers, don't know why you'd need that really. You can make vodka with the moonshine. You choose to lunchbox. These could actually be pretty useful just to carry with you in raid. And keep your energy up. What do you have next? Generator is this is what powers the whole thing. So you don't really get anything new when you upgrade this, apart from you get more slots, and it allows you to upgrade other things. So more slots for fuel. I use the blue ones now because you can sell these. You can resell them, even though they're empty. You sell them on the flea market for like 60k. So what I do is just collect them, use them in my my generator, and then sell them again. For a bunch of money. Solar power reduces your fuel consumption by 50%. Not really a big deal because fuel's so cheap. But yeah, it's nice not to have to replace it all the time. We have vents, we have illumination. There's a few things here that like they don't really do anything. You just need to upgrade them to let you have other stuff. So yeah, illumination, obviously just the lights. Doesn't really do that much. We have different lighting settings, which is kind of cool. You can do gas lamps. But that's all that does. We have security. Again, doesn't really do anything. Just lets you upgrade other stuff. I would be interested to see if they're going to add anything for this, because you have this door, you have the security camera. I wonder if they would ever do something where like you can raid each other's hideouts, or scavs can come and you have to defend your hideout. I think stuff like that would be really cool. I don't know if that's the direction they want to go in with the hideout, or if they want to keep it like a closed off kind of thing. But that would be exciting to see. Alright, scav case. This is pretty cool. So, you can pay the scavs to go and collect stuff for you. Now, I've had a lot of people asking me, like, is it actually worth doing? For me, it is, just because I play the game a lot, right? I figure even if I lose money on a bunch of these runs, if I get, like, one good item, so say I get a red key card one day, or I get, like, a bunch of good shoreline keys that are worth a few mil each, then it'll be worth it. I think they're still tweaking this. If you're short on cash, I wouldn't bother with it. It's not reliable profit. It's more of like, at least the way I treat it is, let me throw the moonshine in there and just see what I get, because maybe one day I get something cool. I probably do overall lose money, I would say, using the scav case. But it's pretty fun, and you never know what you're going to get. So let's see what we got. I actually did a moonshine run, which is the most expensive one. Yeah, so this is shit, really. Compared to what the moonshine costs, we could look up what moonshine is right now, but I think I would have made more money just selling it. But I made it in the hideout, so I didn't really spend anything. But yeah, that's, I don't know, that's probably like 100k, 150k for all that. I think the moonshine's more. It's not the best one. But you know, like I said, you never know what you're gonna get, and one good item could make the whole thing worth it, like all the other runs. I think that's about it, guys. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else you want me to see or you want me to talk about in more detail. But I think that about covers it. Yeah, thank you guys very much for watching the video, and don't forget to check me out on Twitch. Link will be down below. And yeah, that's it. Take care, guys.